I had my nigga Richie last night, though. Like, yo, I was listening to Pop Smoke all day today, right? I was like, yo, can you make me something like what y'all be doing? I'm gonna put my own shit on it, though. It's like that with us. Straight like that.
I love Chris Rich.
I ain't really with the back and forth, I promise. Keep a couple shooters there, clap shit, I promise. You can miss a nigga with the chit chat, boy, I promise. Shit about to get real bad for you, I promise. I'm into that. Niggas be talk on the internet. Whoa, 30 shots. I hit your block and get rid of that. Whoa, whoa. Shit about to get real bad for you, I promise. I promise. Trenches, yeah, we came right out the trenches. Hey, extendo, 30 right in this extension. Oh, I'm that guy. Wet him like he just been baptized. Hit your block, 6 o'clock. It's graduation when cats fly. And all my niggas get busy. Strap riding through the city. Hit K-Town, the committee. And we ain't showing y'all pity. Get your block hit with a glizzy. Till it's nothing left and it's empty. I got a short fuse, Lord nigga. Your best bet is just not to tempt me. A bunch of Lord niggas riding around on the way to your side of town. 4 a.m., not a sound. I make a call and they sliding down. Here's the thing, I'ma promise now. When I'm around, the drama round. Hope you laced up when the whistle blow. Cause if not, then you out of bounds. I ain't really with the back and forth, I promise. Keep a couple shooters there, clap shit, I promise. You can miss a nigga with the chit chat, boy, I promise. Shit about to get real bad for you, I promise. I'm into that. Niggas be talk on the internet. Whoa, 30 shots. I hit your block and get rid of that. Whoa, whoa. Shit about to get real bad for you, I promise. I promise. It's like that. We spin a bin and come right back. Drum hanging out the window. And I give your Corona a nightcap. The doc trying to bring your life back. But that big. So you gon' need talking on the internet. If it's a problem, nigga, we get into that. Black 40, Gorilla Black. If niggas gon' start, I'ma finish that. We at the table, the dinner set. On their computer, they sending threats. I ain't even handle my business yet. But soon as I do, I'ma give them rep. A bunch of Lord niggas riding around. On the way to your side of town. 4 a.m., not a sound. I make a call and they sliding down. Here's the thing, I'ma promise now. When I'm around, the drama round. Hope you laced up when the whistle blow. Cause if not, then you out of bounds. I ain't really with the back and forth, I promise. Keep a couple shooters there, clap shit, I promise.
Might mute it. My bad, fellas. We here. Pit fight shit is real. Y'all know why I'm here. There's a couple topics I've been seeing, floating around in battle rap, just in general in battle rap, that I feel like should be brought to the pit, addressed in the pit. So, if I'm here to do that, so go ahead, share this post, tag niggas, all that. We're gonna talk about legends in the pit. We're gonna talk about the Hall of Fame, the next Hall of Fame class that's coming up. But the first thing we're going to get into is we got some battles this weekend going down. And one of those battles is Chiba versus Joey Figueroa. Now, Joey wasn't necessarily available to do the face-off, but I would bring Chiba in. And Chiba, we're going to do some talking about this battle before we get into the other topics that I laid out in my earlier post. So I'm going to bring Chiba up. Yo. Fuck it is, Chiba.
Yo, what it do, man?
Ain't shit, we here. So I'll start just right off with this. How do you feel about having to do the face off like this without Joey here? How you feel? How does that make you feel?
Yeah, I mean, it's not what I prefer, I mean? So I ain't gonna hold you too long on it, man. I'm gonna just let motherfuckers know. Chiba ain't come back to fuck around, yo. Like I ain't come back to battle rap for me to just, just be here. I'm solidifying my spot as top 5, yo.
So let me ask you this: what made you take the battle with Joey?
I like his pen. I see potential in him. Just like a couple months ago, I called out AM. I could see past the choking. If motherfuckers can get their shit off clean, these motherfuckers got good pens. And I feel like I got one of the best pens, so I'm always out to test that.
Ooh.
Yeah, man.
Who else would you put? Like you said, you have one of the best pens. Who else you put in that category?
Yeah, man. Excluding Murder because he done already made his transition to up top. The URL, I say personally the best pins in pit fights. I'm gonna just name 3. I feel like AM got one of them, Rex got one of them, and a third spot, honestly. Like I ain't even going to include 6'8" in this conversation. I say that third spot between you and DK. My only gripe with your style is I feel like you use too much filler. But other than that, I feel like you got one of them pins too. You just like to rap a lot.
Yeah, I feel you. I bet I'm doing so. So let's get straight into why I came here then. Actually, no, I want to ask you one more question about Joey. So what do you think you got to do to beat Joey? I'm going to ask you that.
I feel like I know Joey got that performance and delivery, especially when he got his shit off clean. So I know I got to match that. And my concepts got to be there. Like Joey concepts is there. I ain't going to hold you. Like, he definitely gonna have some shit for me, and I'm definitely prepared for that. I just know my shit gotta be just as, if not more complex, and I gotta match his energy, and that's gonna give me that win.
Hold on, I'm trying to make sure all our technical shit is taken care of. All right, bet. I was making sure we was good. Let me mark this in the group. All right, bet. Just making sure all the technical shit was taken care of before we really get going. So we could transition from that right into the thing I'm here for. I don't want to get started too hot, so I'll ask you just to start the conversation off. What do you think would make somebody a legend in pit fights? Let me know.
Man.
Just in pit, I'm not talking about overall because I think it's a difference when you start talking about overall legends. So I'm saying like just a pit legend. Like, what do you think would make somebody a pit fights legend?
I'm gonna start with the general answer for legend. Like a motherfucker is gonna had to have done something in their career that's like notable. That can leave a mark in history. You feel me? So with that being said, applied to pit fights. To be a legend in pit fights, you had to have done something of significant value that really like stepped our league into another direction. For example, like Pex and Legacy with the very first fucking pit fights battle, shit like that. Like it's kind of undeniable shit that's like, even if you don't like them as a rapper, it's still legendary shit that was done on their behalf.
Let me ask you this, but what's the difference between being a legend and having a legendary moment? For example, I don't think Legacy's a pit fights legend. I think that him having the first pit fights battle makes him, that's a legendary moment, but Legacy's not a legend. For me, a legend is if you say pit fights, this person will just come to your mind. Like, you feel me? Like, he's one of the people, like, I've said this about Rebel before. Rebel, I think, would be a future legend in pit fight. If you go anywhere in the country and find a battle rap fan and say, "Yo, Pit Fights Battle League, what you think about that?" They'll probably say Rebel. Like Rebel, I think Murder is a pit fights legend.
Right.
But these are niggas who they basically they set the foundation, but then they built upon it. I don't think just being here makes you a legend. You know,
you don't think setting the foundation itself is a part
Let me
of
ask
that?
you this: is Salute a legend?
Not necessarily, but like, for example, fucking Leg and Apex was on grind time back then too. So it's like You can't take away what they did back
Yeah.
then just because it's not what's recent, what's current.
Let me ask you this. Is Nuff said a pit fights legend?
Good point.
He also battled Apex on Grind Time.
Yeah, I mean, and like he only has somewhat legendary accolades just because his brother.
But that's what I'm saying. It's the difference between
Danger Zone brother.
legendary by association. But that's what I'm saying. Like Danger's a legend.
Right.
When you get to people like Nuff, it's like you have legendary moments, but are you a legend?
Yeah,
like
I can see
Apex
like
is one of them
like undebatably legendary.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like to be a legend, you shouldn't have to think about it. Like if I gotta go, that means you're not a legend. I shouldn't have to consider. A legend is like, is murder a pit fights legend? Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the answer's not yes immediately. You don't even gotta consider it. Then to me, you're not a legend. And that goes to the definition of legend: in the pit, out the pit, just what a legend is, being legendary.
But so then how we calling like say Heron or Nay? They make that legend list.
I feel like Nay is like a Baltimore rap legend, but I don't know.
Yeah, I was just saying that to somebody the other day. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Kind of hard to deny that with him, even if you don't think his rap style is up to par for this day and age. Like he did what he was supposed to do for Baltimore to
You can't tell the story of Baltimore hip hop without talking about Lil Nay.
True, yeah.
Like he's a legend.
So, he's one of them.
Somebody in the comments said Roller pit fights legend. I could say that. I could say Roller pit fights.
Yeah, because he bridged that bridge from VA.
He bridged that gap.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. To be a legend, you gotta be somebody where Roller is known for pit fight shit in his own state. You know what I'm saying? In VA, they know. So is it popularity, skill, longevity, and impact? I'm not even sure skill has anything to do with it. If you're being real,
it doesn't really. It's like 90% impact.
I'm gonna say this: King Truth is a legend. King Truth is a legend.
Who, like, but like to your original standard, like who outside of pit fights?
That's true. That's true. Not in this generation. But if you go back and because you are older pit head, if you go back to the previous generation, our people around Baltimore City knew about King Truth, like knew King Truth, knew of King Truth. King Truth was known, and it was off of the shit in pit fights for the most part.
But off of that, then like
you might be right though. King Truth got legendary moments, but I guess he's not a legend. He's not a legend.
I was about to say, because if that's the case, then we had to say Smurf a legend.
Nah, Smurf not a legend. Somebody in the comments said Lil D.
Rio is. I give Rio that.
Rio's a legend. But see, is Rio a pit fights legend? That's what I mean. Rio is a DMV battle rap legend.
He's a Baltimore legend.
Yeah, he's a DMV battle rap legend. But is Rio a pit fights legend? Like, do you?
I don't know. For me personally,
him directly with pit fights.
Maybe I'm biased, right? Because when you said Lil D, I thought of Rio, because Lil D and Rio is one of my favorite battles on pit fights of all time.
See, this is how I look at it.
So I feel like that's one of those mini battles that's from back then that really like kept us afloat as a league, as a respectable league.
I feel like Rio is more of a grind top legend, like a grind top DMV legend. I feel like it's hard to sometimes make that distinction because certain niggas is like, first of all, grind top DMV and pit fights was hand in hand for a moment, but also
so it's a gray area there.
It's a gray area, exactly. It's a very gray area, but also with certain people, it's more so like you battled on the pit, but most of the things that got you known were grind time, like with Rio, and that's what I'm thinking about with Rio. Like with Rio, he's a legend in the DMV battle rap scene, but what pit fights battles, like what pit fights moments were legendary? You know what I'm saying? It's more so like he's a grind time DMV legend by proxy of pit fights almost. I feel like Danger Zone is almost the same thing. Danger Zone is a DMV legend by proxy of pit fights almost, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like they wouldn't have been such without pit fights, but motherfuckers definitely did a lot of that escalating of a career outside of pit fights. So I dig that. So McKims would fall under that too.
I don't think McKims would be a legend on any level just because he hasn't done enough. Like, what has McKims done?
Yeah, he did kind of fall short. He could have been there. Like, he
could have
the
been.
Block City, URL.
He could have. That's why I said somebody like Rebels on the borderline of future legends. Somebody like 6'8" is a future legend. DK future legends. Because if they stop right now, they're not legends. But they're on that trajectory. If Rebels stop right now, he might be a pit fights legend. He's the only one out those three I just said. If I stop right now, I'm not a legend. You feel me? I feel like there's you gotta keep that consistent. That's why I said Murder is an undisputed pit fights legend. Let me ask you this. Is Bones a legend? Because I'm thinking about impact as far as first.
Not like
you gotta look at it like on the
Bones, but Poe could be considered.
Poe is a legend. That's why I didn't even ask. Poe is a legend.
Oh like, yeah, but like I don't honestly. The rest of the elder cremate, they didn't leave enough of an impact to be considered legends, outside of being leaders of cremate.
See, Sav did battle Tay-Rock.
Yeah, true.
The reason I say Bones,
I give you that.
The reason I say Bones is because Bones had a solid battle rap career. Like if you look at the phase where Bones was battling, he was getting good opponents and he was beating a lot of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when Bones transitioned more into music, but also management, it's like, all right, he got like, and this will go for Bones and Sav. They got DK, they got Six, and they got Rebel. Where it's like that's like it's almost like with Lil Wayne, how Lil Wayne was already a legend, but then he started Young Money and brought like more future legends under him. So it's like, damn, yo, definitely a legend now. Like even his Lord niggas is like,
yeah, but like at the same time, you got to think about it like this: like Wayne brought those people to the light. The people that Cremate recruited were on pit fights already.
This is true.
In that sense. Yeah, I mean, it's a great team. Don't misquote me on that. But at the same time, like these were
somebody in the comments said Bones is a pioneer. I like that.
What was it?
Somebody in the comments said Bones is a pioneer. I like that.
Yep. And I would give Leg that too, a pioneer.
A pioneer. Legacy is definitely a pioneer. Legacy definitely a pioneer.
Definite. Yeah. Pioneer is a great word for that.
Yeah, that's a fact because niggas definitely laid even with Legacy. I say he's not a legend, but Leg did lay the foundation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me ask. I'm gonna ask another question.
And like,
is O-Dub a legend?
Like you said with Bone. In a sense, yeah. He was the most consistently around white rapper, if that counts for anything.
This is a fact.
Man, he legendarily lost to Mirage.
No, he beat Mirage.
And then legendarily
he beat Mirage, right? No. Apex beat Mirage. Because that's why Rock didn't battle. It was something like that. Yeah. See, I feel like O-Dub is once again right on that borderline level. O-Dub might be a pioneer, but a pit fights legend.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. Mirage,
he can definitely get pioneer, but legend is debatable.
Legend is hard, yo.
Yeah, like
niggas in the comments saying O-Dub a legend.
Not too many motherfuckers really get that legends. Like legend is a strong word to me.
A strong word. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like legend is even above Hall of Fame. Like I feel like there's the Hall of Fame. I always say I go off of what the NFL says. The Hall of Fame is, can I tell the story of this league without mentioning you? If I can't tell the story of the league without mentioning you, then you're a Hall of Famer. But to me, a legend is the niggas who you put their statue in the Hall of Fame. Like, it's certain niggas when you go to the Hall of Fame, it's a little part about them. You feel me? It's
Yeah,
some
man.
niggas
They in the
who
story.
you walk in you might walk in a certain part. You might walk in where the receivers at, and yeah, all the receivers is there. It's a statue of Jerry Rice, though.
Right.
You know
For
what I'm saying? You
example,
might
motherfucking AI and Tyronn Lue. Motherfuckers is never like AI is the one in that conversation, but
Yeah.
Tyronn Lue is remembered because
he was
the
there.
one that got stepped over.
He was there. He was there. So I feel like legends is certain niggas. I feel like if the Pit Fights Hall of Fame was a building, there would be a statue of murder might be in the atrium.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah. Like who's the pillars of that?
The pillars, the niggas who was, like I said, it's a statue of them niggas in there. Don Poe.
Yeah.
When you go in the hallway about street niggas and niggas in any of that street type vibe in the pit, when you go down that hallway, it should be a statue of Don Poe right there. That hallway should be the Don Poe wing of street battlers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by a legend is like going back to Poe. Poe changed the game in pit fights. Niggas wasn't really as like niggas was gritty and grimy, but Poe made niggas wanna be gritty and grimy with the lyrics. It's almost
motherfuckers like that. Yeah, man,
I feel like it was almost like a before Poe, it was two different lanes of niggas in the pit. There were the rappers, and then there was the street grimy niggas. And I feel like Poe was one of the first true hybrids where it was
him and Black Haze.
Facts and Black Haze. Yeah. Where it's like you can like Poe could stand up next to the Pexes when it came in the O-dubs when it came to rapping. Facts. But also you believed every word out his fucking mouth. Exactly. Yep. So he was like the first and to this day the most effective, I feel like, hybrid pit battler. Yeah. Where it's like what Shock always says, this is what we do at pit fights. We breed hybrids. I feel like Poe is always like, that.
Like yo was like really the like even when I think about like he's along the lines of motherfuckers like Goods. Like you don't even have to punch to get reaction.
He don't.
Yeah.
He don't.
Like that in itself is just a very rare quality in motherfuckers.
Shit like he ain't even get to try these perks. It's like that didn't even like what does that even mean? You feel me? But it's hard.
It don't matter. It's hard, right?
It's hard, and that's what. Somebody in the comments said, "Is J Law a legend?" J Law is not a legend.
No, pioneer though.
I'm not sure if J Law is a pioneer. J Law is like a veteran, like a super veteran.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. J Law is like a super duper veteran.
He been too off and on for it.
That's why I said I don't even know if I can say pioneer, because for me a pioneer is like, that's why I said Legacy could be that, because Legacy had a like he held it down. Consistent run.
Yeah. Yep. And
Bones burnt
Leg has beat a lot of motherfuckers that are considered legends in Hall of Fame. So like,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
I mean, so like his spot there, it's just like like I can say that, and that's my man. Like that's my right hand man. Like
that's why I said Leg is definitely a pioneer. But when you say legend, it's like if you walk in Pit Fights Hall of Fame and you see a statue of just Legacy, not the Legacy and Apex battles, just a statue of Legacy, you might look like, why? You feel me? Like you might belong in this building, but and that's why I say if you on that line to me, it's a no. That's the only reason it's a no for certain people. Tyranny's not a legend. Somebody in the comments said it's Tyranny a legend. Tyranny's not a legend. Nah. What is Tyranny? Tyranny's just a battler. Like, and I don't mean that in any form of disrespect, but Tyranny is just Tyranny. Like, he battled.
What about Prep? I think he singled himself out as a DMV legend.
Yeah, I was gonna say Prep made the decision to be a DMV legend.
Facts.
But it's hard to say he's Prep.
Like,
somebody said J Law legend, we geeking. J Law not a legend, yo.
They said we geeking.
Yeah, J Law not a legend, no. No, I don't think Prep a pit legend. Only, and then the whole basement league thing. I think that really took a lot of. I think if that never happened, I can sit here and think about that. But because of the whole
Yeah.
basement league thing, it's like, yo,
Yeah.
how can you know?
Boy cut his own ties with that
Yeah,
one.
it's like, and even though that got cleared up and cleaned up or whatever, it's still like certain things you got that. Nah, yo, that's gonna put a bad
Right.
taste in your mouth. Like, ain't no.
Yeah. To say the least.
To say the least. So yeah, and I fuck with Prep. Like, I don't know him, but I mean, like, as a battler. But then I'm trying to think. Like, when you think of Prep, I don't even think of pit battles.
Yeah,
That's why I said Murder a Legend, because Murder got URL battles. Fuck, he said, I think Block City, all that. But if you think of Murder, you think of pit fight battles.
Right.
If I think of Roller, as much as other stages he touched, I immediately start thinking of Roller versus Pex. Roller versus, like, you feel me?
You think 7 cities, you think pit fights.
You think 7 cities and pit fights. Immediately.
Yeah, it's just like right there and there. Like, yo, just as much pit fights as he is 7 cities. Like,
yeah,
like Roller, like, yeah, I mean, for the short run he had, I want to say Black Haze a legend.
That's a,
cause like, yeah,
like
man,
him
and J-Rock was the first motherfuckers to go to URL.
Yeah, that's oh yeah. I'll say yeah to that. I'll say yeah to Black Haze. I'll say yeah to Black Haze. Black Haze.
Just off
Black
the strength of that, like,
because then, like you said, Black Haze was also in that first hybrid conversation with him and Don Poe, like, where it's like taking what the pit was known for, but then really stepping it to that level. That was really Black Haze was instrumental in that. So
yeah, like, yeah, man, he had that Block City run, and he was.
Somebody said he a city battle legend, but not a pit legend.
If I'm not mistaken, him versus Shotgun Suge was like one of the first cards.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Somebody said he a piece of city battle legend, not a pit legend. I can kind of see that.
Fair enough.
But yeah, that's why I said. That's why it took me a second to answer, because it's like, yo, Black Haze is a legend. Pit legend. Yeah. I'm thinking, but
respect.
He's a legend. Look, while we on this convo, right? I'm about to go into some of these Hall of Fame ballots and see how we feel. I'm just going to name some of the names that's on some of these ballots.
All right.
We got J Law. Is J Law a Hall of Famer? And this isn't nothing official. We just talking right now. And I just want to ask your opinion.
Hall of Fame separate from legendary. So
yeah, so we on a whole different. Right now we on a different conversation, but in a similar vein. But I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah, I feel like motherfuckers definitely hold Law to that regard. Like, to this day, Law be getting called out. He ain't battled in years.
That's true.
Yeah, man. So I give Law that. Law could be Hall of Fame.
Think Law in the Hall? See, I kind of feel like J Law is like Steve Francis. Like, he nice, all-star type, you feel me? But
right.
Like, what did he? I'm trying to think of that. Like, what was his moment? That was
what's the famous thing?
Yeah, what's the thing? Okay. Yeah, like, what is like kind of like what I was saying? If I had to tell the story of pit fights, I could forget to mention J Law.
Yeah, like,
didn't he make it to the finals of the first Mortal Kombat? I want to say he did. I'm not sure. He might have won the first Mortal Kombat.
We need a
no, because I feel like Killer Zeke won the first Mortal Kombat. Did he? I gotta cut. Yeah, I'm high right now, but I feel like that's true. Another name I'm seeing a lot.
I ain't in tune with the old tournaments and shit. I would have to ask Leg or something, man.
Another name I'm seeing in here a lot is Nuff Said. I think Nuff Said is a Hall of Fame. I actually think it's kind of Zeke won the first Mortal Kombat. I actually think it's kind of I won't say messed up, but I feel like Nuff kind of should have been first ballot. Well, not should have been, but he could make an argument for that.
Yeah, respectfully.
Yeah, Zeke won the first Mortal Kombat. See, I wasn't tripping. And was it Zeke versus J-Law? I feel like it was Zeke versus J-Law in the finals of the first Mortal Kombat. But yeah, I feel like Nuff's a Hall of Famer simply off the fact that there was no such thing as the King of the Pit before Nuff beat Murder. Like, Murder was just the King of the Pit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't a thing. It was just Murder was Jordan. And then when Nuff beat Murder,
yeah,
it became a thing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's
So,
what's and that's what's wild about fucking murder. Even after he got, I mean, even after he got beat, he was still Jordan.
yeah, he just wasn't. He just ain't had the official, like, it ain't had that stamp on it no more. But
Yeah.
niggas knew. Niggas definitely knew.
Yeah, but
Let me see another name I'm seeing in these Hall of Fame ballots. I see Cardi in here. What you think? Think Cardi a Hall of Famer? See, I don't want to say nothing because I'm about to battle somebody in ABK, but
like, I feel like Cardi still gotta stay at it to be Hall of Fame. He's cusp. He's on the cusp. I can see why he got nominated.
yeah.
But like, yeah, Cardi still got some shit to prove. Cause I know Cardi can rap better than a lot of his battles show.
I'm gonna say this. I feel like if Cardi would have carried it when he had the crown differently, he might be considered on a higher tier.
Yeah.
Because the whining about how it went down, while I understand why it happened, it made Cardi look worse than he needed to look in that situation, if you ask me. Like,
Fair enough.
Cardi could have easily played that off in a different kind of way, but instead he could have just said, fuck it, I'm the king. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'd have did. If I'd have been in the same situation, I'd have said, nigga, I'm the king and fuck all that other shit. I'm not, it's no debate. But instead, he made it a debate. He made it a conversation. And I feel like he almost put an asterisk on his own title run. Because we were like, the pit was willing to accept him as the king. And not only was he a little bit loosey goosey with how he was carrying it, but he also was having bad battles during his reign. So I feel like he almost put an asterisk on his own title run, and that actually I think is a significant part of why I wouldn't consider him a Hall of Fame, and not right now.
Yeah, like for example, like if he'd have beat DK the last time, he'd have been a two-time
and just beat the Mortal Kombat winner. Get him out of here. Y'all had a whole tournament to battle me. Get him out of here. Yeah. So it just that would have changed everything. And instead, or even if he had a fire battle with DK.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't. Yeah. That would have been a classic and DK just happened to win. Yeah. Hey, but instead it was kind of like DK didn't walk him, but it wasn't a difficult battle. Somebody said Lil Al.
Hall of Fame. I don't know.
That's how I feel. It's like he another one. If he'd have beat Rebel for the crown, which that's not an easy. I'm not saying that as if that's an easy thing to do. But if he would have beat Rebel and got that crown, then it's like that on top of everything else that Al has done would make him a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and
then still,
and then like if Al would like battle at least once a year,
yeah,
it would hold his name more consistently. I mean, Al's always gonna have some regard as being like one of the best performers
ever.
Yeah, but beyond that, if like he got, he got hella kids he take care of, man. He ain't worried about battle rap. Yo.
Some of the comments said a lot of these names.
He won battle. But respect to it. Everybody got responsibilities and shit. I don't.
Someone in the comments said a lot of these names still gotta have that moment. I agree with that. Like it's like when you think about it, it's like, all right, what's that?
Like
when was that moment where it's like, oh nah, you that?
Yeah. Like they have the potential to have those moments, but they there.
Another battle I'm getting a lot of Spence. I think Spence is a Hall of Famer, undeniable. And I say that might be a personal thing, but I know me personally being the age I am. When I was in high school in Baltimore, if you followed battle rap, especially pit fights or like any of that shit, it was probably because of Spence. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you was a Spence fan if you was in high school and you was a Baltimore battle rap fan back then. That there just was no way around it. And that go back to And Spence is not only Spence is a legend too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when you go look at really the whole picture of everything.
I give him that. Spence
Spence
and probably Zeke.
And Zeke's another name that we have. I'm getting a lot of ballots for Zeke too, because when the panel got to sit down and discuss these things, it's really going because this is how you see will people think that some names got left off in the first class. You got to look at all these names that we gotta that are getting debated through. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some of these people, it's like, how do you keep Nuff said off? How do you keep Killer Zeke off? How do you keep Spence off? You know, so it's hard to debate these names. But Spence is definitely a legend. Definitely. Baltimore legend and a battle rap and a pit fights legend for sure.
Yeah.
You can't take that away. Especially in the pit.
Yeah, respectfully.
Can't even take that.
Hell yeah.
All right, I got one more name in here for Hall of Fame. We can get up out of here. Actually, just a couple more. Somebody got 6'8". What you think about 6'8" as a Hall of Famer? Well, and then I'm gonna follow that up with another one.
Hall of Fame. For pit fights. Like for the same shit you were saying about legendary, like he stay at it, he could be Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I wouldn't make that call just yet. You know what I mean? He's making his moves, but as of now, he hasn't outdone other predecessors that have made it up to that upper tier.
It's trajectory. He's on that road, but he gotta make it.
He got that path. Yeah, man.
All right, look, right. This somebody else who I'm getting a couple ballots for. DK. Now I can make the argument right now that DK is a pit fights Hall of Famer. Like when you look at everything he all right, so look, right? He come in.
I can see how
you can make the argument
coming from without you getting at it.
Yes, but when you really look at DK's pit career, it's like, gee, I mean, what else could he do?
True.
Like, no one has ever won Mortal Kombat and the Crown. No person has done both of those things besides DK.
Yeah.
So it's like
that. At the same time, the Crown wasn't
tied to it
when the first MK was there.
Yeah, so. And it also wasn't tied to the situation.
Yeah, yep.
But at the same time, I don't know. I'll say this: if DK beats whoever he battles for the crown coming up, and then he holds it for another year, that'll be 2 years with the crown, with the Mortal Kombat win.
Yeah.
And good wins to get to that, to get to the Mortal Kombat
trajectory there too.
Beat the O-Dub. Had a good battle with Peck, so people think he lost.
Yeah.
I think maybe he's on that same road, but just a little bit ahead of 6.
Yeah, yep. Especially pit fight Hall of Fame wise. And this debate specifically. Yeah. And then low key, a lot of the recent story of pit fights can't be told without DK.
Yeah. Almost none of it.
Yeah.
Once after New Breed 3, you know?
Yeah. Man. I was you remember I was there recording for the first New Breed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I remember motherfuckers' first battles and shit. So
and that's what I'm saying, to see where people are.
Of course, it wasn't DK first battle. Yo was doing his little, around the world thing.
Yeah.
He found home. But yeah.
And I think he started out actually before New Breeds. I think his first battle was the 2-on-2 with Rex.
Yeah, him and Rex. He brought Rex in.
Rex brought him in.
Oh yeah, vice
versa. Because Rex battled Doug at, I don't even remember the event, but Rex battled Doug.
You got me.
And then the next battle was the Rex Ruger DK to 2-on-2.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
DK took that and he
forgot about
elevated from there. Let's see. I'm gonna find one more name in this. I got a whole. I'm telling you, we get a lot of. Somebody said Gutter. Gutter not no damn Hall of Famer. Gutter don't even rap. He don't.
What he Hall of Fame for punching? Who the fuck he punched?
See, look, you don't even see.
Trey.
Not no Hall of Famer. I'm going through the names. All right, there go one right here. PG Skillet.
PG, yeah, PG Skillet, a Hall of Famer.
I kind of feel like he is too. But how many
I
pit
give
battles does Skillet have? It's like he just
one
brings the
of the
impact.
most, but still one of the most viewed, even though it's more so because of
It's the
Tay-Rock.
most viewed. The pit
The
fight,
most
yeah,
viewed
Tay-Rock
battle.
versus PG Skillet part 1, because this go back to when battles had to drop in 3 parts. And
Right.
that the part 1 of that battle is the most viewed battle on the Pit Fights channel.
Yeah, so like, even though a lot of his career after that hasn't been here, it's still
And
in
then
the grand
Skillet's
scheme of things.
almost in that Skillet's like almost in that roller category where it's like
Yeah.
nah, this is like he
Like for the extension beyond Baltimore, PG is like one of them ones. Him and Danger and them was the PG branch of fucking pit fights. MBK before they started merging with motherfuckers from Baltimore. That was the PG shit. And they so like he one of them ones.
Yeah, so I think we could definitely put
And I ain't even think about MBK when we was talking about Nuff on that note. Nuff is a legend.
Yeah. Nuff's a legend and Nuff belong in there.
Yeah. I give you that.
Which we better let these
as much flack as bro get, he played his part. He been a part of the foundation.
Point, though. Max said the Hall of Fame title is being thrown around loosely. At this rate, by year 4, we might run out of candidates. How come all these less than 5 to 10 year run candidates not taken from them, but Hall of Fame is Hall of Fame? I agree with what he's saying. I was more so to answer Matt's question. I'm just reading off the names of the people that's getting nominated, but well, some of them anyway. But I do agree with that point. That's why I said somebody like 6'8", he just on that trajectory right now. DK, I make the argument because when it comes to pit fights, we have a couple things that are stamped, like the guarantee, like these are concrete things. We got the Crown and we got Mortal Kombat, and DK has both of those. Right. And so that was my that's my argument there. But I also definitely see Matt's point. You can't show up, have a couple good battles, and then we throw you in the Hall of Fame. That's kind of what I was saying about Steve Francis earlier, where I'm like, just because you're an all-star for a few years doesn't mean you're a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Respect.
That being said, though, we could let these people go ahead about their life.
Yeah, man.
Find me a song, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Sunday, it's gonna be a motherfucking bloodfest.
Sunday, y'all know what we doing. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all not invited though, but yeah, we got a couple battles going down. We got this man right here battling against Joey Figueroa. I'm gonna let you go ahead about your go ahead, sign out, Chief. Yeah. So yeah, we got that man right there, Chiba. He going against Joey Figueroa. We gonna have I'm battling Cheddar, of course. Salute versus Rose and Godfrey versus Lambo. They going down. That's going down on this weekend. Yeah, other than that, you feel me? Jump in the comments. Anything y'all want me to talk about, I'll probably go live and talk about. It's trying this shit out, you feel me? Fucking around with niggas. But yeah, we ready to get up out of here. Yeah, there we go. What the fuck? Shut up, bitch. Oh shit. Yeah, let me know. Everybody hit the post. I'm gonna ping it back in the group. I'm gonna pin it to the top of the group. Cheddar's definitely not gonna smoke me, but I'm gonna pin the post back to the top of the group so everybody can get some more ballots in. We're gonna close the ballots probably in another couple days, and then we're gonna move on to the second part of the selection process. I know it's going a little bit slower than it did last year, but you know that's because of the pandemic and all that. But yeah, it is what it is. Ready to get up out of here.
They be like 7.
Hold up, man. I'm back, man. Fuck y'all. And yeah, old dub, this is another thing. Stop pump faking about going live, nigga. Yeah, we hitting niggas with the post credits, nigga. Stop pump faking about going live. You didn't go live because you don't have no internet. Cut the bullshit, old dub. For real, I'm getting sick of it. Don't nobody want to battle you. Quay tried to battle you. You was bluffing on the post. I tagged you in the post. You ain't never say nothing. Fuck out of here, nigga. Thought I forgot, nigga. Oh, and Cheddar, I'ma fuck you up on Sunday. It's a fact. GOAT season, nigga. Fuck these niggas talking about, man. I thought I was done. Never done.
I came up, everything I got came straight out the mud, yeah. I have my heart, can't show no love, no. So I don't show none either. I'm so low, can't let no one think I need them, no. I got this whip on my own, yeah. I got this next piece on my own. Hey, by my lonely, I've been all alone. By my lonely, I've been on my own. They be like, Sam, how you feeling? I'm gonna make a killing today. They see that I'm constantly winning, and that got them feeling away. But I came up right out the trenches. Got put in the game on the benches. Yeah, I got this shit on my own. Bitch, shut the fuck up while I spend it. Yeah, I made a killing. Need a record while I'm open for business. Balenciaga's on that fat nigga dripping. In this game while I'm Jordan, you pimping. And I got this shit out the mud. Hundreds in the front, put the fives in the back. When we ride, it's a rap. Niggas will turn into Tony Romo, and he gon' catch a 9 in his back. Yeah. When the lights on and the people say that it's showtime. And a lot of this I work hard for on my own time. I hope you don't mind. A nigga with a dope mind. And it get cold out here. Okay, cool, I got my coat tied. I came up. Everything I got came straight out the mud. Yeah. I have my heart, can't show no love, no. So I don't show none either. I'm so low, can't let no one think I need them, no. I got this whip on my own, yeah. I got this next piece on my own. Hey, by my lonely, I've been all alone. By my lonely, I've been on my own.